Hey guys, it's been forever since I filmed, and I know you're just missing me so much. Just kidding. Oh my god, can you imagine? Yeah, so it's the first time I've wanted to film in a while. I got this really great skincare haul full of just top-notch stuff that I thought was so good, and like I was geeking out about it. I found my husband, and I was like, oh, okay, skincare. And I was like, oh, you don't care. I'll go film instead. So there, Buster's there sleeping in the back. And we'll get into it. So I ordered from Yesstyle, which is something I think I've done. I think I posted about like one of my other hauls. It's my favorite place to do shopping for Asian skincare because they have the best selection, and they also have the best deals. They have like actual 60% off sales and things like that. Their only flaw, like the only thing that they were kind of not so great at, was putting the full ingredient lists online, but they actually have started doing that now a lot more. Not everything, but way more than they did before. They used to have nothing, and at least now there's like some that are showing up. So love that. First is some repurchases that I got. This is cognac sponges. This is my answer to Klairs, and I think it should be everyone else's too. They are the environmentally friendly version. They are completely naturally made, so it's not like sea sponges, which are actually living things that are like killed and dried out for you to use. Don't use natural sponges. These are man-made, but they are naturally man-made. So no living things, except for plant. And you hydrate them for like 15 minutes. They become big sponges, and then you put them on your face, and for some reason, the soft squishiness buffs your skin. And it makes it feel really good. Way better than the Clarisonic because these, after you use them, biodegrade down and just kind of go into nothing. So love these as a much, much better option. Plus, they're like a tenth of the price. I don't know, 110, like, do you know how many cognac sponges I could buy for the cost of a Clarisonic? Enough to last me pretty much my skincare life. And that's not even including the, like, the cartridge things you have to refill. So, yes, please. Then the next thing I got was my favorite purchased toner. It's the only toner I have that's like, I think this is my third one, which is weird for me to say, because I'm not a big, like, it's not like I'm crazy about toners. It's just that this particular one is like really great because it comes in a spray bottle. And what it is just very, very simple. And so what I do is, because I sometimes have some not so nice bits on my body and stuff like that, if I'm doing like a really good shower and I have time to kind of like lather myself in oils to soak in some moisture, I will spray myself all over my big ass body with this stuff, let it soak. This is the CosRX AHA BHA Clarifying Treatment Toner. And it also works on days when I am rushing and kind of feel like I just want to blitz through my skincare routine. This is my all-in-one acid, toner, everything all together. I just squish, squish, squish on a pad, done. So yeah, I love this one. Then I bought another product from them, kind of a stronger toner that I've not tried before, but I was needing some lactic acid. And this one was the first one I saw from them. CosRX does my favorite acids. If you're wanting the other one that I really, really have liked, actually, is the Mario Badescu. I like his toners as well. His, like, cleansing lotions and stuff like that. It's all the same thing. They're toners. But these are just, I love the products. They're basic. They aren't fancy packaging. They aren't fancy smells. They don't do anything. And the ingredient lists are always really small and, like, let's see if I can focus on that. You see that? You see how it's just small and basic and not fancy. And I love that. So this one here it says it's formulated with 60% black bee propolis and is 1% BHA, which isn't that much. This toner is designed to prevent future breakouts while soothing and hydrating the applied areas. So the ingredients that it had on it are things like propolis extract. It has alcohol on it. It has butylene glycol. It has sodium lactate, lactic acid, glycolic acid. So this is like an acid, just so you know. It does have alcohol in it, but knowing them and the kind of stuff that they do, it's going to be whatever the alcohol is that is non-stripping. There's one that is okay, because they are all about that. And everything I've ever used by them has never, ever been stripping. It's actually been quite nourishing. So love them for that. And then another repurchase was this Benton Fermentation Eye Cream. I use this for my eye eczema. That was one of the reasons I'm like makeupless, is because I wanted to kind of give a bit of a skin update and say, look at how I am. And I'm really happy because thanks to all of the researching, thank you bloggers, thank you websites, thank you all of my geekiness going into it. It took me like a year and a half and way more money than I care to admit. but I have managed to get my skin to a neutral state. So what that basically means is that my mantle is now balanced, and now it's just maintaining that mantle as opposed to before when it was trying to sort of fix it. So now in terms of my skin, it's just kind of about like repairing and maintenance and keeping my skin nourished and, you know, trying to keep aging from showing up sooner than it needs to, but not keeping it from happening, because it's going to happen. If you don't age, you die. Thanks, Caroline Hirons. But yeah, so that's going on. And the only really breakouts I'm having is like on here on my chin. But of course, I'm also having like some kind of goat, like genetic thing happening as well, which I don't know. So who knows what's going on there. I really wish that there was electrolysis where I am. But yeah, anyways, this is a really, really good, this Benton eye cream. It's a fermentation eye cream. It has like lactic, what's it called? Ferment filtrate, that's it. For maintaining like a moisture barrier. And I find that this is a really, really good one for maintenance. I had my first eye flare up from a couple of plane flights in a row. In like 2 years, it's my first eczema eye flare up. I even had to yank out the Aquaphor, and that's when you know it's really bad. But it's finally stopped and kind of gone down. But this is the stuff I was using to maintain it. This and one from DHC, I believe, or DCH. I'm probably messing that up, but anyway. But both of them come in tubes like this, and I've decided that these tubes are the future. I don't like pumps because I don't like pulling off the lid like that, and it always seems to get everywhere. And I don't like the ones that are in little pots because then I always feel like I'm making a big mess and like contaminating it. These are the future. These little tubes. They're kind of annoying because they sort of, you can't keep them upright really, but still, they're the future. I love it. And this Benton one is really, really good. I also got a hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, if you have dry skin or like thirsty skin, skin that's dehydrated because maybe you're not drinking enough water. If you drink like a crap ton of water, let's say something else, but if you drink a lot of water and then all of a sudden you notice that your next day your skin looks glowing, that means that your skin is dehydrated rather than dry. Dry means you need oil. Dehydrated is thirsty. Hyaluronic acid is chemical water for your skin cells to plump them up. If you put water on your face, it's going to remove, as it evaporates, it's going to remove excess liquid. This one is chemically putting that water into the cells. So hyaluronic acid is a moisturizing acid. All kinds of things for all kinds of stuff. And this one is from Hada Labo. I also have one that's from CosRX that I also really, really love. I wanted to have a little battle of the bands. They're both very, very affordable, gorgeous products. Fantastic. It was very inexpensive. I love it. Then finally, I am trying a brand called Dear Klairs. I did a little research on them beforehand. This is a Korean one. This is a youth activating peptide treatment. Peptides are the most expensive, usually the most expensive chemical like on their own for skincare, and they're also the best. There's more and more research coming out all the time about how great it is. It's better than retinol. It's better than everything for doing actual things to your face and to your skin, to like fixing damage and whatever. Peptides are also notoriously expensive because they are very unstable. It's very difficult to get them stable enough in order to put them in products. So when you do have them in there, it's usually going to be very expensive. This is only 20 ml, which is very, very tiny for a serum. It's not really a serum. It's like a peptide boost type of thing. So what I'm going to end up doing is just doing like one drop, adding it to a different serum that maybe I'm not so keen about or think is so great as like a booster. But this was not ridiculously expensive. I saw all the peptides that were in it. I knew about peptides, and I was like, well, for even though it's 20 ml, what it's got there going on is pretty damn good. So let's try it. And it was on sale. So I'm trying it out. It comes out blue. I don't want to open it up because even though it's in like a little, what's it called? Sunlight, you know, the brown bottle thing. I just don't want to make it worse. I don't want to make it harder or give it more opportunities. I'm just very much like, they're peptides. I want to keep them precious. It's like saffron for spices, if anyone knows what I mean. And then I also was really needing a vitamin C. That was the kind of thing that sparked it. I needed it in my skincare. And the Drunk Elephant one, which is the one that everyone talks about all the time, that one was, had dimethicone in it. And my skin's not so keen on dimethicone because one of my natural genetic factors is big pores. So, and dimethicone just doesn't help that. So I try to avoid that whenever possible, unless it's the very, very, very last step. So I got this one. It has really cool hollow packaging. It's a rainbow. Dun, 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 dun. Always like a packaging with a disco on it. And it comes, but the only thing is that it's in a clear packaging. So if it's really, really bad and lasts like 2 weeks, I might do a video about that, because they had this whole video about like, hey, it's fine even though it's in clear packaging. But then they did a kind of admit at the end that it does change. But they didn't say like how long it lasts. Like, there's no issue with the packaging being like this. It's the fact that vitamin C is something that changes. So why would you want to put it in packaging that's going to speed that up? And they kind of admitted as much, but I wanted to give it a go because my husband's using it as well. I'm hoping that we can just, if we use it actually every day, that we can use it all up. And then I can just go by how long it takes me to use it. So we'll see. And then finally, I got a blue calming cream, also from Dear Klairs, full of peptides. Isn't that nice? It's good. It's some kind of a chamomile kind of thing. And I thought, oh, that feels really nice. Doesn't smell like anything. I like it because it smells like just good skincare. Don't need scent. Don't need fragrance. I'd like you to keep it out of my skincare, please. Don't need it. And then finally, you always get a little free something, and I got collagen eye patches, which are really, really great. If you've ever used them, they rock. But the only problem is that you have to keep using them for them to work. So anyways, I hope you guys liked that. I hope you guys found it informative. I hope someone found it informative. I just wanted to geek it out and share it with people. Thanks. Bye.